I'll never forget when I went to write Red. I walked in to my producer, Andy Seltzer's studio, and I had a totally different song written. Same melody and same sort of concept, but I had very different lyrics, a very different idea, and I sat down and I played it for Andy, and I just remember he looked at me and he goes, "You're holding back. You need to write that again." And I was so sort of like taken back by his comment, and I was like, "What do you mean I have to do it again? You know, like it's great. What are you talking about?" And then I realized what he meant. He goes, "You're not being honest. You're holding back. You've written something, sure, Grace, it's a good song. You're not being honest with yourself." And so I sat there on the couch and I rewrote all the lyrics, and what I realized was the color red for me was really the first step on the rainbow, which is the symbol for the LGBTQ+ community. And I was like, I might be red. And when I heard that in my head, I was like, that's it. That's the song. It's my first step on that rainbow, that first color. Maybe this is who I am, and maybe it's okay. Maybe I'm gonna accept it. There's a little bit of fear in that song about wondering, you know, what are my parents gonna think? What are my friends gonna think? Is this normal? What are kids at school gonna think? But at the same time, that fear pairs itself really well with my own sort of radical acceptance. Maybe this is who I am, and I'm gonna have to be okay with it, regardless of, you know, what everyone else thinks. I think as terrifying as it is for a teenager to be going through such a confusing period in their life, it can be equally as scary for your parents for two reasons. One, they don't understand it. So when you go to come out to your parents, I remember coming out to mine, and I don't think at the time they fully understood what I was going through because they hadn't gone through it themselves, you know? And I think whenever you're trying to comfort someone or understand them with an experience that you haven't gone through yourself, there's a really large disconnect there. And so I don't think, you know, even though my parents were very accepting of me and I was incredibly lucky, I still was not completely comfortable in my own skin. And had they not been accepting, and had they not been willing to sort of learn and try to understand about my experience, I genuinely think it would have killed me. You know, I have friends who have gone through similar situations, but they come out to their parents and they aren't okay with it. And if I could just stress one thing to everybody, if you've got someone in your life, whether you're a parent or a friend or a brother or sister, whoever it is, if someone comes out to you, even if it's maybe not what you think is right, or maybe, you know, it's not something you've grown up around, or it's not something you've had a lot of experience with, just know that that person is already struggling so much to be okay with it themselves, that if you make them feel weird or make them feel unaccepted, I can't even describe how bad it feels. Because it's, you know, I always said the one thing that people teased me about, which was this whole gay piece, was the one thing I couldn't change. And they got me there. That was my Achilles heel. I was like, wow, they finally figured out something that I'm stuck with forever. I can't change it. You know, you can call me fat, ugly, freak, whatever you want. You can change those things. I couldn't change this, and I think that's why it hurt so badly.